Kelvin, we're here at Northampton College this afternoon. Just talk to us a little bit about this event behind you.
Oh yeah, if you have a look behind us, it's fantastic to see Multi-Disability Festival Fun Day they have up here at Northampton College and run by Russell, and it's just a great event to be at, just to watch the kids and what they're doing. It's also good to see some of our older kids in the multi-disability team actually here volunteering, so it's fantastic.
Yeah, the club's community work so wide, so varied, a real jewel in the crown.
Yeah, it's really good. And when you come up here and you talk to people and you actually have the kids asking you questions about stuff, it's really positive. I know Sam Foley was up here earlier as one of the players, and that was, and you walk around and you see Sam's signature everywhere of the players. They're just so excited about it. So, we have to sometimes take a step back and realise what other things happen at the football club in terms of community and just the positive impact these players can have, and the work that's going on with Russell and his staff up here. It's a tremendous amount of work and effort that goes into these things. And you can just watch the kids and see the experience and the excitement and enthusiasm.
Yeah, I guess for a lot of people it's the success of otherwise of the first team that's the be all and end all, but for children like those here today, the club's so much more than that.
Yeah, the reality is a lot of it comes down to what happens on the pitch. But these kids here today are interested in what's going on with the first team and seeing the players, etc. But there is a wider aspect to this. The community work that we do, the outreach stuff that we do is first class, and it's a real proud aspect of the club for us, and something we'll continue to invest and support in. So it is important. We're always conscious of what's going on the pitch and the first team, but there is that wider aspect to it.
Let's talk about on the pitch then. The first week, 3 games, how have you seen things?
We'd like to get a result, to be honest with you. I think it's fair to say that, first game, I think everyone will tell you, I think Justin said it in his interview, that it probably didn't play as well as we could, or we should have. But I think from there, I think QPR and Fleetwood were both better performances, and even though we didn't get the results, I think there was times at Fleetwood where we did very well. So I think that's encouraging, and we just need to turn that into a result. We need to put some goals in, and I think we're all honest enough, and Justin and the group are honest enough to know that we didn't want to start with that way, but it will turn around. We're not panicking. We're not any of that stuff. It is football, and a lot of new players, and no excuses. We've just got to get some points on the board and put the ball in the back of the net.
All 3 games have been tight. They seem to have sort of hinged on 1 or 2 key incidents during the game. So Justin said this week it's a case of being more clinical and turning those key moments our way.
I think we've all seen that we've had chances in all the games. You look at some of the games back again, and you realise that we had some very good chances and probably better chances than the opposition's. But we've been punished, and we've got to change that. I think defensively we're a very solid unit, and I think we've definitely improved in those areas. And it's now a case of making sure we are clinical. And there's always key moments in the game, and I think we've lost those key moments. I want to underestimate. We can't talk about Fleetwood like that. So, and there's no game in this league as an easy game really. And we look at Shrewsbury; they've won both games, but it's early days, and we're gonna, it will change around. It's football, and it will turn around, and we've got to be positive going forward.
A couple of weeks to go to the end of the August transfer window. Any more changes to the squad expected?
I think that obviously everyone knows about the goalkeeper situation. I think we're looking at that in more detail and hopefully the next couple of days. And there might be some in and outs. There might be some changes. There always is. I think we've got a relatively settled squad in terms of, but it always does seem to shake itself out. I know there's been a lot of talk about the transfer window changing, and I actually think it would be a positive if the transfer window was changed to before the start of the season. But I think that has to be globally. It can't just be in England. I'm not sure. I haven't done enough deep research detail on it, but I think it would be beneficial, because I think as always, players don't play as much as they maybe would like, start too early on, and they might be looking at different places to go, etc. So there'll always be a touch of movement, but I don't think there'll be big changes. We made a lot of changes. We bought a lot of players, and we invested in a lot of players. So I think we're in good shape. I'm positive about the squad as a whole, but we'll see what happens. It's football in the end.